What's up, YouTube? 24 Truder here, and today I will be bringing an interesting deck. Well, I say interesting about all of my decks, but this one has quite an unorthodox win condition. It revolves around two cards, Ectoplasmer and Malice Doll of Demise. I'll explain the doll first because it's highlighted. It reads, during your next standby phase, after this card was sent from the field to the graveyard by the effect of a continuous spell card, special summon this card from the graveyard. So yeah, if it was sent by any continuous spell card, you can special summon it. Excuse me. What continuous spell card can send monsters to the graveyard? Ectoplasmer. It reads, once per turn during each player's end phase, the turn player must tribute one face-up monster. And if they do, inflict damage to their opponent equal to half the original attack of the tributed monster. This can be quite problematic for some decks, especially decks that like to swarm, because if you can slow the swarming or completely stop it altogether, this card can be deadly. And you don't really have to summon anything except Malice Doll of Demise, but there's a bunch of other stuff in here too. And it's sorta like anti-meta burnish. It just does a lot of nasty things to your opponent's life points and field. So, yeah. Let's cover the rest of the stuff. 3 Marshmallow, because it's a burn deck. And you can sit on it for a while. 2 Swift Scarecrow, stops direct attacks. And yeah, that's pretty much it. 2 Lava Golem. If they do keep 2 monsters on the field, despite Ectoplasmer being out, you can tribute them off for this. A funny combo is summon Lava Golem, then compulse it back to their hand, and they go minus. 2 Summoner Monk. I can get out of Malice Doll of Demise with this. And if I have multiple dead spells, I can go Monk, Monk, Doll, overlay the 2 monks, because I'm not going to need them again, because I have a doll out, and then make one of my rank 4s. And to make rank 3s, I have 2 tour guides. And if the tour guide gets Veilered for whatever reason, I can flip up a Marshmallow and overlay with that. I put in pretty much every good rank 3 except for Acid Golem, because I don't like the card. Plus it conflicts with the one special summon that this deck needs to do every turn. And then lastly, Morphing Jars disrupts hand-based decks, such as I guess Mermails can be pretty hand-based. Dragons, it doesn't really, nothing does anything to dragons except for themselves. But yeah, this disrupts Boojins to an extent, because it gets rid of their crane. And unless they can get that back to their hand, then they're kinda screwed. Onto spells. I only have 2 duality instead of 3 because this deck's kinda special summon reliant. But if I don't have to special summon a lot, I can play them. And if I tribute Malice Doll for Ectoplasmer, the dualities are completely dead because Malice Doll is a mandatory special summon. And then that counts as me special summoning for the turn. And then duality becomes completely useless. So, yeah, that's all. I'm only playing 2. I should probably switch these to, like, upstarts or something. I don't know. The main spell of the deck, Ectoplasmer, I talked about earlier. One moment for a sec. Yeah, I'm back. I talked about Ectoplasmer and... Oh my god, he messaged me back again. Whatever, I'll deal with it later. I already talked about Ectoplasmer, so on to the next card. Magic Reflector. If you open, like, Malice, Ectoplasmer, Magic Reflector, and then any 3 other cards, you're set up pretty well. Heck, you can even open Duality. If you get a second Ectoplasmer, then that's really, really nasty to deal with. Because it forces your opponent to tribute 2 monsters instead of just 1. Speaking of 1s, next card is 1 Day of Peace. This is just like good first turn thing if I don't draw into an Ectoplasmer. Yeah, I play a ton of burn cards, but stuff like the magic cylinders will still negate the attack even with 1 Day of Peace out. Or they just won't do the burn damage. And that's it for 1 Day of Peace. And pretty standard burn lineup. Burn anti-meta-ish kind of stuff. 3 cylinder, 3 just desserts, 2 Geometrio, 1 ceasefire, 1 bottomless, 1 compulse, 1 warning, 2 mirror force, 2 deprison, and 1 debunk for hand traps. And I believe if you debunk a Dragon Ruler that's pitching itself in the attribute, it negates the searching because you've already activated one effect and you can't activate the other. So, yeah. There's your hint against Dragon Rulers for today. On to the extra deck. This is just a bunch of rank 3s. Chronomaly, Crystal Chrononaut, Granosaurus, Leviair, Engineer, Muserism, Leviathan, Giga Brilliant, Fortune Tune, Tempo, and Zen Mines. I can probably balance out the ranks a bit. Like, I can probably cut these 2 and put in better rank 4s. Like Utopia, something else, I don't know. Right now I have Emerald, Cowboy, Maestro, Black Ship, and Pappy for 4s. You can use whatever you want for 4s. But I recommend keeping in at least the Cowboy, the Black Ship, the Zen Mines, the Tempo, the Fortune Tune, the Engineer, and the Chrononaut. The rest is up to you. That's 7 out of the 15. That's 8 slots to fill in with whatever. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. I know I don't really like playing burn decks, but this one's kind of fun. Plus, it's a control deck as well, with just burn built into it. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. 24 Tributor, signing out.